we can help ladies, because they have recently moved to Cambridge. We know the feelings how it is when you move to the country, you don't know anyone, and you really want to meet other people.
And the people from any background, from any area.
It's just nice to help people. Again, because we have been through it ourselves, and
That's why.
that time we did not have
Anyone
social
has to
media.
go through what we have gone through.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
It's like a tree. People live with different branches going in different directions.
Really?
Yeah.
And what do you put in it?
It's their dish called Besh Barmak. Slow cooked for hours and hours and hours, and it's usually like a mix of meat.
I mean, it's so amazing that so many different cultures. Arabs also have this. Arabs also have this.
Yes.
And they call it mandi.
It's not like mandi, like how Arab
because Arabs eat in
no,
that
we
dish.
usually put like in the plate.
In your own plate.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've seen Arabs, they will all eat together in
Yeah.
that dish.
My uncle, he turned around and he goes, do you know why it is we eat like this? It's to express our love for each other.
Yeah.
And after that, she made her daughters eat with my uncle in one plate.
Our culture sometimes like it's kind of like a romantic gesture when you share in a plate with your husband and then you take a food, a bite, and then you like feed each other a little bit. So it's very sweet.
I always drink English tea, not boiled milk, and then my dad used to make me make it whenever somebody came round, and he'd drink it he'd pour the tea into the saucer and drink it from the saucer, and that was really amazing. I love chai.
You ever had it? Let's have a tea.
You're heartbroken, let's have a
Let's have a tea.
I think it's similar in England though.
We are having tea and dipping biscuit in the tea and then biting.
And you know where in Sri Lanka, the tea grows in all these different areas. And if it's a lower area, it's a darker tea, so it's a stronger tea. It's not like what we say builder's tea. But then in the mountains, in the place called Nuarelia, they call it the champagne tea. And there, in the mountains, the tea is just lining the whole mountain. It's sort of like a green carpet. And the tea is picked to the same height. The tea pluckers pick the tea to the same height. They've got baskets behind, and they just pick the 2 leaves and a bud, 2 leaves and a bud, 2 leaves and a bud. And this is then taken and processed in the tea factory. But to drive through this place or to walk there, there are all the waterfalls and the tea mountains. It's just such a beautiful place.
Hello, what's your name?
Hello, my name's Hamida Farouk Haynes.
So, where are you from?
My parents are originally from Pakistan, so Rawalpindi. My dad's from Rawalpindi, my mum's from Gujarat. And I was born in England, in Essex. The second from youngest of 5 children, which is quite fun growing up in a family. I had a very happy childhood, I have to say, growing up. Lots of extended family, everything. So yeah.
Pleased to hear that. How long you been living in Cambridge?
So I live just outside of Cambridge, south of Cambridge, in a place called Saffron Walden. It's the opposite to Cambridge in diversity. It's very white middle class community. My husband's English, and it's a lovely community. Very, very. There's hardly any crime there, which is very, very nice. But I'd move to Cambridge tomorrow if I could. I would live here.
So, do you have any children?
I do. My son is just turned 22 yesterday. Yeah, and then I've got a 14-year-old who is at school. So I've got a boy and a girl, so I'm very blessed, mashallah, so lovely.
Do you want to add anything yourself?
Only that I really love the Cambridge Ladies Group. Thank you, I know we've all said this. There's going to be lots of edits of this, but it's an amazing group for me. It's very crucial for my kind of identity, I think. I think we can all come together. We've got all these kind of background stories that we, you know, a sense of displacement, our identities are all caught up together, and I think it's really crucial that we have that platform to share, you know, our daily lives. We're a massive support group for each other, and it's nice that to have that level of understanding in a community. Obviously, people in Britain, we don't have, the average person, you know, has been brought up here, so born and brought up and their heritage is here, so we have those like shared sense of displacement, and I think it's all the stories that come with that. They're all very varied, that, you know, I think it draws us together, doesn't it? It makes us whole. Yeah.
Family.
Thank you, that's all.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hi. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam. What's your name, please?
My name is Shanaz Malik.
And from where are you?
Well, I was born in Bradford, but my roots are from Pakistan.
And what made you come to the Cambridge?
Well, I got married to my husband, and that's why we moved here.
Okay, nice. So do you like Cambridge?
I love Cambridge.
What do you love about Cambridge?
Everything really, the diversity. We have a new mosque in Cambridge that brings all the people together. You see a lot of different cultures, different peoples from different countries that come. You know, it's really nice. And everybody says, wow, you live in Cambridge and you have a beautiful mosque.
Yeah, true that. And anything you want to add about your kids? Do you have kids, or about your family? Or
yeah, Alhamdulillah, I've got 5 children. 4 live in London and 1 son lives with us, and we have 3 grandchildren from him that are 1 boy, 2 girls, and they are our lives.
and anything you want to add? What do you like to do? Your hobbies? Anything?
Oh, I have a lot of hobbies.
Yeah.
I have crochet.
Yeah.
I do crochet. I have I have a few people that I teach crochet to. I like embroidery.
Yeah.
At the moment I'm embroidering a bed sheet. I've completed one and I started another one. Then as it's winter, I've started crocheting cardigans. What else? I cook. Mashallah, I do a lot of cooking. I do a lot of charity work. So it's been nice to be here, especially with everybody, you know, lovely ladies, and it's been a beautiful experience, I must say. And thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. Okay. Hello.
Hello,
What's your name?
my name is Dariga.
From where are you?
I'm originally from Kazakhstan and I came here in 2020. At that time pregnant with my daughter, and I told him I'm gonna leave work. I just wanna focus myself on motherhood. And then he left his work, advertising agency, and we were basically living like being jobless in a studio apartment with a cat and me having a baby on the way. And I was like, what are we thinking about? And he was like, trust me, I feel like this project will work out. And then I trusted him fully, and then here we are.
What do you like about Cambridge?
I immediately felt very welcome here, you know. He liked the way people live their lives here. You know, there was something special about Cambridge. So he initially traveled here 2 times, just to see the office, to see how things would work out for us. And then we didn't meet lots of people like first half year, you know. Barely I met some, like just maybe parents on the playground, and who would just make contacts with our neighbors. But then I think I started meeting more people, meeting the community, meeting people through the mosque and through the Cambridge Ladies Group and other places. And I think I settled down, and then I told my husband that, yeah, I think like we can like put our roots here, you know. It really started feeling like a home, you know.
Ah, that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. I don't know why I went into this kind of route.
Hi, what's your name?
I'm Nasri.
And are you based locally?
Yes, I live in Cambridge.
And have you been here a long time?
Yes, I've been here since 1978, so it's 45 years. Oh, 46 years. Nice.
That's amazing. And you like living in Cambridge. What do you like about Cambridge?
I love Cambridge because of, mainly because of the culture in this town and the fact that I can access lectures. You know, some really lovely. I'm so interested in astronomy, and there's an Institute of Astronomy here. Anyway,
What made you come to Cambridge?
my husband, he got work at St. Ives. And then I got a job at Cambridge Instruments, and I was then I was a trainee accountant. I'm originally from Sri Lanka, but I've lived in this country longer than I've lived in Sri Lanka.
Wow.
But my heart is still there. But I think Cambridge has a lot to offer, and I really enjoy living in Cambridge, especially the different cultures. I really enjoy going to the mosque, the Cambridge Central Mosque. And I'm a volunteer there. I was a tour guide, and I stopped when COVID struck. But now I'm a volunteer gardener.
Anything you want to add? Your last note?
Well, it's really lovely being part of this group, because it's been really nice to come and meet each other again and get to know each other a little bit better. And it's a wonderful sense of belonging, to belong to a group like this, you know, with all the things that they organize, so we can get together. So it feels really nice, especially if you're on your own, or, you know, just with a small family and you've come over from another country. It's just, there's a lot of warmth there, and like another extended family that we have. So yeah, that's really lovely.
That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that.
Okay,
Thanks,
thank you.
Reem. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Would you like to introduce yourself to us, please?
Yes. My name is Reem, and I moved to Cambridge 1.5 years ago from Sweden. My husband got a job here, so that's what made us move. Take the big decision, move from Sweden, where I've lived for like 9 or 10 years, and then we moved here 1.5 years ago. So far I have liked Cambridge a lot, I would say. Well, when I was living in Sweden, it was also a university town. I was living in Uppsala, and Cambridge is a bit similar to that. And one of my friends, I met her in Cambridge Central Mosque, and she introduced me to a group which is called Cambridge Ladies Group, and that's how I met so many friends.
Are you working in Cambridge, really?
At the moment I'm not working, but I'm a user experience researcher and designer. I did my master's from Sweden in human-computer interaction, and when I moved to Cambridge I was still working remotely for ABB, but then I started feeling very lonely because my routine was becoming very hectic. I used to send kids to school, start working from 9 to 3, just close my laptop, go and get the kids, bring them home, and just, do all the things with the kids. So then I thought that maybe I should take a break because I want to meet some people, I want to make some friends, I want to know what this city is about. I just feel that no one should be lonely. So if I meet anyone, like anyone in the park, on the streets, anywhere, if you're lonely, if you want friends, okay, let's be friends. Let's join this group. And we have so many gatherings, so many meetups. Come, bring your friends. Everyone should be friends.
When you ask to bring an object that kind of brings memories about our homeland, I just thought instantly about my grandfather, because he's one thing that ties me with everything, you know, that I am today, actually, because I spent my childhood growing up with my grandparents. So that's my great-grandfather, and that's my grandfather, one of the first students in biology faculty in Kazakh National University, and then he was one of the first scientists in genetical field in Kazakhstan, and then he dedicated his life to all this research and science. My grandfather, he fought in Russia and Poland as well, and this is me. This is my grandfather having all these medals, and then my grandmother, and this is me again here. And here I was like such a baby, you know. I was like making faces, and then here they are, you know, always together, always side by side with my grandmother. You know, and then yeah, here I remember he had like a hearing aid, you know, because when he was found in I think 1944, he was found in like this they used to call it like brotherhood grave or something like that, when they used to like bury 40, 50, hundreds of people together, you know, and somehow people just digged him out and found out that he was alive, and then since then he was never able to like regain his hearing. And yeah, it's just amazing how, I mean, I'm just so grateful that I always like keep a memory of my granddad, and I tell about him to my kids, and then sometimes they take a book and they just read it, and yeah, it's just a role model, really. So yeah.
This is my family photo. We went to Disneyland. We took our kids. Like my husband and I, we are like we take our kids to different places just to educate them about different things. So this was like a very memorable trip, and my kids still remember this. And sometimes they're like, "Can we go back?" And how they convince us is that because you cannot see my third child here, and they're like, "Mom, we have seen Disneyland, he has not. Let's go back once more time."
This is my dad when he first went on the ship, when he was about 17. And, you know, this was, he went to Karachi, so he was very young there. And then this is him when he was on after the ship. And that photo was given to my mum's parents to say that this is the gentleman that we'd come the rishta for my mum.
That was a picture, right?
Yeah. And this is when he came for his wedding. But he was the last one to get married out of the brothers and sisters, because he wanted to look after his sisters and brothers before he got. Early 60s, must have been early 60s. Yeah. And then this is this is my dad and us.
Lovely.
Such a nice picture. You're in that.
Yeah. He's the only one sister, so it has to be me. And 3 brothers.
Oh, I love that photo. You
So
didn't
my
bring
dad-
that.
My dad always says I'm blessed. Allah's blessed me with so much things.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
So glad somewhere.
There you go, that's me. I don't know what they did to me, but that's me. Shocked. Because my husband says, you look so miserable.
You look like you've been having a great time.
No.
Running around and then being made to sit.
Yeah.
Well, I brought a photograph of my grandfather, and I told the story of him. You know, he qualified in Edinburgh, and there's a photograph of him here. And this is when he's on the eve of his departure to. So he was in Sri Lanka, and this is in 1921. Wow. He was a young lad about to set sail to go to Edinburgh to start his medical studies. And of course the story of how they managed to collect some money for him to come across to Edinburgh was he did so well at school, and the headmaster called his father to his office and said, you've got to send him to England to study medicine. And my great-grandfather said, no, we can't afford it. And he said, well, if you have a house, sell your house and send him, because when he comes back qualified, he'll be able to buy the whole street for you. But then one day, a few days later, my great-grandfather's sister heard about this, and she said, I'll sell my jewellery and you can send him to England to study. So that's how he set sail in 1921, and he qualified. And then once he qualified in Edinburgh, he worked in London and in Ireland for a little while, and then went back to Sri Lanka, and he built a nursing home. They call it nursing home, but it's really like it's just a hospital, and they have operating theatres and things. And he also was very interested in the state of the country and trying to better it. And actually, I started writing this book when I was a teenager. After I'd finished my A-levels, I was there in Sri Lanka, and I was, hoping to go to medical college. And while I was waiting for my results to come through, I started writing his biography. But then I met my husband, and I completely forgot about the book, and I just left it and came over here to England. And so somebody else picked it up and then carried on with it. And so this is his book. And there's a photograph of me somewhere here, but let's forget about that one. Oh, there's one of the Queen Elizabeth here. I just missed it. Oh, here we are. Cabinet 1954 with Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. So he was a member of the cabinet, and there we are. And he was his hospital. There's so many people come from all around Sri Lanka to go to his hospital because they'd heard about him and his values. And he'd often, if they come from far and they couldn't afford the medical bills, he used to just say, "Oh, it's okay," and he used to waive off the bills. So they really loved. He was a really lovely man. They called him the first honest politician.
This is my dad's handwriting. It's in Urdu. This letter is very special to me because my dad wrote this letter on 29th of January 2001. My daughter, who is now 23 years old, he wrote this letter to my father-in-law and my mother-in-law to congratulate them on the birth of my daughter and their granddaughter. This letter is very special to my heart because I had my daughter after losing 2 babies. So that's why she was the first granddaughter in our family, And he wrote this letter to all the family to congratulate them and tell them that how special she is and how blessed all of us are to have a granddaughter. That's why I just wrote this letter. Is anyone who would like to, maybe Reem can read if you like. And then my daughter, when they went to Pakistan first time, my dad bought them this. It's the pure silver bangles. For my older daughter, he bought, and they're a bit, tangly. And she told my dad, so we call her Nana in Urdu, and she said, they're a bit tangly for me. I want something delicate and not making any noise. And then my dad bought her these ones. And then my younger daughter born, and she said she liked dangly stuff. And then my dad bought her these ones for her, my younger daughter. So, and my older daughter came back and she said, why don't we put it on younger sister's wrist and hand and take a picture and send it to dad, a granddad. So we just took this picture. And my daughter, who is only 8 months old here, showing her arm to say that, look, she really loved these ones. That they're still keeping these ones. Sadly, I don't have my parents with me anymore. I lost my mom in 2016 and dad in 2020. And my daughter have beautiful memories with her grandparents. And I have a lot of support from this community. That's why I decided to give back. And since I met Aisha, then my life changed. So that's why I decided to do something for the community, because we didn't have that shoulder. So we want to be that shoulder for people, to do something for them. So here we are. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Hello, my name is Aisha. I'm one of the admin of Cambridge Ladies Group.
Hi, my name is Sarvat. I'm admin of Cambridge Ladies Group with my friend Aisha. Root is the basis Cambridge Ladies Group. That's how we met.
It should be open for everyone whoever is, feeling lonely, want to be connected, want to join any kind of, fun activities, promote the business, any kind of help which we can, provide them with. So yeah, we started a Cambridge Ladies Group.
Thank you to all our sisters.
Thank you. That's right. We love to, help them. If they need help with anything, to be honest.
But all the ladies are very supportive and helpful to each other as well.
Exactly, yeah.
We are all sisters from the different mothers, and we are treated with the respect. And thank you so much, everyone's trust in us.
Exactly.
So long, any events we run. So thank you so much. We would like to say thank you to all our sisters.
Thank you.